But Renegades, again, they usually have to rely on people like AZR, JKS, these big fraggers who are able to do it.
Yeah, it's very true. There is a lot of stuff going on there with those sort of players. Like with JKS, we need to try and see more coming out from him, especially because he's always been such a hot fragger in terms of the amount of damage he's done. Obviously, in terms of his rating as well, we can see a 1.10 rating in what he's done in the past. We've seen that obviously majorly throughout every tournament, not even just domestically as well. European, no matter where he's been, he's really been stepping up. Let's have a look at the Mongolz right now as well. This is going to be that lineup coming into effect. When you break this down for me, Sam.
Yeah, here's this Mongolz lineup. Obviously, Mara, the one I previously mentioned, the ex-coach who came in as a backup, replaced Cabal in August 2017. They're all warming up, mate, getting nice and fresh, getting those fingers loose. And then, of course, we've already mentioned, Machine Gun is the big heavy hitter of this team, always getting the frags. But Zilkenberg also chimes in quite a lot, and Sogu, who is their longest tenured player. He's been on this team since July of 2015, so he's definitely experienced, but it's going to be a difficult game against this Renegade squad.
And not Soju, from what you've been experiencing in Korea.
Yeah, Sogu, not Soju.
But yeah, Zilkenberg actually statistically is a very, very effective player, so I can't wait to see what he's going to be bringing to the table. Him and Machine Gun are kind of that dynamic duo we do see tearing it up an awful lot. We've actually got the map veto coming through now as well, so the bans will be coming out, working our way down to Cash as the map we'll be seeing for this best of one. I think that's actually a pretty good fit. Obviously, you got some statistics here for that as well.
Yeah, because so Inferno is by far Mongol's best maps. They played 11 times with a 63% win rate, so Renegades, you can tell they've done a bit of homework, get rid of that. Then when they remove the rest of the maps, it pretty much comes down to an even map on Cash. They have a 25% win rate though, Mongolz do. They've played it 4 times and they've only ever won once.
It's a little bit of a risk coming out from them there. Obviously, in terms of that veto as well, you can see that nuke ban instantly. A lot of these teams here actually do not want to touch nuke at all. We work our way through. Inferno, another map that actually, historically, we've seen a lot of good plays from either of these teams, I think it's fair to say. I mean, more so for Mongolz as well. They have looked pretty effective on it, even sort of way back. And it's more so I'm interested to see what tactically the difference is going to be from Mongolz going into this. Especially on a map like Cash. It's a little bit more open-ended, but it's more sort of, you know, it's quite tied up between both of them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing the frags come with this team. Obviously, because Mongolz isn't a team we get to see a lot. Obviously, we're from the EU scene. We watch a lot of EU and NA games. So we're going to be able to see what they can do on not quite home soil. Obviously, not quite their home country, but at least they haven't got to travel around the world like usual to get a game in.
It's true. Renegades, obviously, they've been on the road for a while now. But they can't wait for their little break to calm down again. But obviously, with the Mongolz there, the man you saw on your screen for a brief period is Machine Gun. He's sort of, more so I'd say, one of the well-known players from the Asian scene especially. Sort of, when he made his debut, obviously going over to Splice for a brief period of time, where he had that lineup with Crucial and everyone, where he was really starting to try and show what amount of damage he could do. I think that was a good display of, there is so much sort of capitalized talent in the Asian scene, and it's beautiful to see finally it's starting to come to the cream of the crop, as we will be getting into the action, Sam. Renegades versus Mongolz should be a good one.
Yeah, about time we're into this game. We get to see the pistol round now starting off. Nice little cinematic shot there, mate. Nice little drag across the feet.
Smooth. That's Sam level production.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I rate it. That one's a bit jagged.
Yeah, a little bit too much there. A bit speedy.
Ruined it, really.
Pay for effort, though. You've tried. You've tried. We are going to be seeing how this is going to go down. Seems like with the buys, actually, they've gone for 2 flashes, 1 smoke. It looks like it might actually be a door burst out towards A main. You can see an early peek from Ustillo, though, as he's gone for the information play. I'm not quite sure if he did spot them out.
Yeah, they are opting towards this A burst now, and here they come outside of main. They've made their way into the site, and the CTs have fallen back, hoping to play retake. And Ustillo does get one, and AZR chimes in one as well.
Yeah, Renegades with a response there as they actually are finding these frags. They have site control. Ustillo still on the site. There's another frag coming in from JKS as he will punish another man. Machine Gun finally goes down as well. It's on Sugu as he hides from the back of the site, tempting to tap away with his Glock. He wants to keep them at bay, Sam, as they're pushing in, but JKS will find him, and Renegades do get the opening pistol.
Yeah, very well dealt with there. Like I said, CTs fell off the site, knew they were going to be flashed out, so they just let all the smokes come through, let the flash come through, then went back in, got the retake, and just took around with ease.
Yeah. That buy coming back through now as well. That's what they're actually going to go for. Renegade's actually quite heavy on the SMGs. You've got 2 UMPs, the MP9 coming out as well, 1 M4 and the FAMAS. Now, what's always quite interesting with teams like the Mongolz is the rebuys they go for. Almost going for just a full deco round here as well as they've buyed back into this.
Yeah, a few members saving, making sure they can get stuff. Actually, no, he's bought a CZ, so he's going into this round as well.
Taser on Sugu as well.
Hoping he can pull off something cheeky. I wonder where he's going to post up. It's going to be hard to get a kill with that on T side, definitely. Yeah. Pushing in with a Zeus is not going to be easy.
It's not going to be the optimal strat, mate, but it might provide for some shocking entertainment. Let's wait and see how it's going to go down. Obviously, a nice early nade as well. Zilkenberg tagged down to 51 HP, as they are just playing it out as a bit of a default right now. You can see, actually, Machine Gun creeping over towards Sunroom as he wants to try and get a little bit of info, but he will back off and regroup up, as it seems like it could be a split towards that A site.
Yeah, just getting mid right now. Mongolz are just trying to get information before they burst onto A, but you are right. They do look to be opting towards that A site now. Can you talk?
I don't know. I think it's just dead. Is the audio just gone? Well, audio's just cut off. It's just gone. It's gone. Everything's gone. What happened? There's a mixer just there.
Yeah, there we go. I think we're back.
Okay.
Bit of a technical problem.
I don't know what's going on there, but we're back into the action now as the frags do start to come through. Obviously, Renegades finding kills all across the board. It's only Machine Gun remaining as he just has a deagle in his hands. His palms are sweaty, he's dead, and he's more confused than we are.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in that round or to our headphones, but we're back now. Renegades do manage to clean it up, finish off that eco. Mongolz will have to eco one more before we do see a buy round out of them.
Yeah, working their way through as they need to try and get themselves out of this round, essentially play it out like an eco, just charge through, get it out of the way as fast as possible, see if they can do a little bit of damage to Renegades, then come back in strong in the following one.
Yeah, you see Renegades as well just keeping their weapons, want to get that bonus money on those SMGs, only 2 rifles across the board.
Yeah, nothing too ludicrous just yet, as they are holding close towards mid, just waiting for the push to come towards them. Oh, there's the first frag. Naf actually going very aggressive as he has gone for the entire push round from Sunroom, seeing if he can get these early frags in. Should get the second here as well, but he whiffs it quite badly. Does eventually recover himself though, Sam. Actually takes on Zilkenberg as well, so nicely done as he recovers himself from a little bit of a goof.
Yeah, knowing that they're going to be on Glocks after the force buy the previous round, he just pushes through B, gets himself a nice bit of money. And now I wonder if they're going to keep on to these SMGs.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Renegades actually work with here. If they do want to try and upgrade this, just go out as a scout round, see if they can try and play it out. It's the 5 AK investment for the Mongolz. In terms of utility, it's looking pretty healthy as well. I want to see what actually they're going to run on these defaults.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing what their opening strategy is for Mongolz on this buy round. They look to just be peeking mid again like they have done in the previous round, just getting information mid, hovering around this A side of the map.
That mid boost now as they do want to try and ascend their way over. Ustilio already with the early information play though. He's got control of main here.
There's nothing spotted out yet. As we previously said, they're all towards that A side of the map, but Naf will be able to tell that to his teammates if he pushes a little further in.
Nicely done. They have got that early mid control. Taking down JKS is really going to open up this round for them though. They can try and continue on their warpath now and see if they can actually slip into his site. There's the pick from Ustilio as he goes for the face over by short. Zilkenberg has traded a couple of shots, Sam, but no real kills coming in yet as they get left in the 4v4.
Yeah, again, a bit of a standoff here, a minute left of the round. Still trying to decide where they want to go with this bomb.
Mid control does seem to be the order of the day. They are trying to go through events as well. If they can actually slip in and find that frag on Naf, this could be huge for them.
Yeah, definitely. They are all opting towards that way as well, and they know someone is highway. There we go. They've boosted in events. That molly will just delay them a little bit. Maybe start to doubt themselves. Maybe not sure how many of there are on B.
They've actually faked them out as well as they've gone for the full rotate back round to A. They've caused them to rotate to B. Machine Gun's in a prime time position. Struggles a bit there. Gets tagged down 7 HP, but eventually will find the frag on Nifty and the second as well. Machine Gun keeping it going as he's looking crisp.
Yeah, opens up their round, and even that flashbang. Ooh, he does get dropped, unfortunately, by Naf, but still a huge round for him, but brings it down to a 1v2 now, all on Naf to win this round for Renegades.
Switches out to the AK, Sam. He's thrown the clip in, but can he actually slay from far away as he tiptoes in towards the bomb site? Flashbang comes over, gets tagged from the sideline. Zilkenberg, the man we spoke about. That's that dynamic duo already on display.
Yeah, they do win that gun round finally, as soon as they're able to have rifles, but that play from Machine Gun really secured it. Obviously, you saw him struggle on that first kill, but that second kill as crisp as you like. There it is again. Whoop!
He's lost
his lips.
Absolutely beautiful. Rebuy's coming in now as well. We are going to see the first AWP in play. That's on Nifty. Obviously, we know he's very aggressive in the sort of role he goes for. We can see that very explosive style of CS coming out from him. It'll be interesting to see how that counters what Mongolz brings to the table.
Yeah, an ex-COD player, so maybe that's where it comes from. You know, more aggressive game. Maybe that's what he's used to playing. Here we go. They are up towards the B side of the map for the first time in this game, but he gets sprayed down through the smoke by Naf.
Oh, JKS as well, if they don't realize he could really hit him from the side as they peek in. He gets one, nice flick, but he couldn't quite connect it. Machine Gun will take him down. They charge straight into the site as well. The Horsemen of the Apocalypse are sprinting in, trying to unleash hell right now as they find the frags they dearly need.
well played by Mongolz, but Renegades are close by, so let's see how they can play with this retake. Ooh, that molly's been wasted as well, so that is 1 grenade lost.
Azza there as well. Firing back, realizes they're left in the 3v3 retake. Zilkenberg is low, but they've not got the nades. Doesn't matter, he actually will be taken down as Azza gets the sprays off.
Molly onto the site now may allow Renegades to enter this site freely.
Flashbang's over, Molly in play as well. You can see them trying to reposition. Nifty with a very fast flick there. Oh, machine gun striking back as he gets 1-0 the second as well. He doubles it up. He tries to peek in as he's worried Azza is on the bomb. He will charge straight round. Somebody finds the headshot. Machine gun with the quad kill already. Renegades, they do not know what's just hit them.
Like we said before this game, machine gun is always the one to go huge. And what a disgusting play that was. Once he got the first two, you thought surely he can't do any more. But he works his way into the site and just peels his cap back.
He just bobs and weaves. He's like a little Mike Tyson, just rocking up, just ripping everyone apart. We've got the replay of this coming up now as well. Just so crisp. It's not even just the spray. Incredible accuracy.
Those first 2 kills right there, I thought surely that's the best he's going to be able to do. But you see he knifes the wall, trying to get him on edge, and he's pushing, and still manages to catch him, even though he knows he's pushing him.
Absolutely beautiful. Back into this round now as well. Obviously, Mongolz trying to get themselves to that equal playing field. They should take this round essentially for free. Renegades have nothing to work with. 1 flash on Nifty, so they can try and go for this stack play, actually. This could work out quite well, dependent on the timing.
Yeah, definitely. Mongolz have been playing quite fast in these buy rounds. Opting towards this mid control again, as we saw previously. They do like to get this information and then decide where they want to go with the bomb.
Flashbang goes over. Second attempt to clear towards short. If they do go towards this A bomb site, they're going to realize they're walking straight into the sack. Luckily, they find the welcome mat is down at B. They will take that B bomb site. That's a free bomb plant for them on what essentially should be a very easy round. They can just hold now, shoot Renegades down when they try and come in for the retake.
Yeah, Renegades now realizing what's up, all rushing towards the B site, trying their best, going to try and get some kills, at least make Mongolz rebuy into the next round.
I'm going to go for it as well. No reason not to. Nifty will flash in. They'll then go for the unison peek, see if they can actually get in there, do a little bit of damage as they get ready to kick that door down.
Here we go. Here comes the push, but dealt with easily with Mara. JKS does manage to get one. The rest of Renegades look like they are set to fall very shortly.
JKS just holding here, essentially. Flashbang comes through, he should be blind. Dispatch with machine gun, still crisp as ever. Naf just left with his deagle in his hand, hoping to be a little bit dirty. Does get a tag, but it's not quite a frag, is it?
Not quite, mate. You need 100, really.
Yeah. How much damage?
100.
There you have it, though. The Mongolz actually looking very effective now to get themselves back to that 3-3 scoreline off the back of conceding the pistol to Renegades. And now we're into what essentially is going to be the true tell of time. This opening rifle round between either team, with Nifty back on the AWP as well, having to rock glass cannon, though, because the amount of damage has already been done to their economy. You can see JKS actually is going to invest in armor, has a little bit of cash to spare on utility as well. So luckily, it is only Nifty that has the skimp.
Yeah, I'd be interested where he goes with this, actually. I assume he'd do mid-control because of how much Mongolz been playing that, and there he is. He's in Z, holding that boost. But this time, Mongolz have switched up, opting towards this A main play. Machine gun just kills the AWPer anyway. Who cares? He'll just deal with you.
He doesn't give a damn what weapon he's got in his hands. He's still just popping heads consistently. There's actually a nice read from Mongolz as well. They know Ustilio has been going for the push in towards main every round, so they now counter-naded it. Did a little bit of damage towards him, and obviously forced him to fall back. Oh, JKS with the opening response. JKS with a second as well. His name's Justin Savage because he has absolutely savage skills when it comes to these plays.
Yeah, that was sick. He's definitely giving Renegades an opening now into this round. AZR getting some information over towards A main. They're still doing this mid-hold here, Mongolz. They do like to get a lot of information before they dedicate themselves.
Yeah, not ones to rush into anything here as they are playing very slow. Obviously, into a 3 versus 4. There's still potential. They have the utility to play within 50 seconds on the clock, so there's no reason to rush it just yet. But he comes around, machine gun, definitely who you'd want in this scenario. He does actually spot out, but couldn't get any frags.
Yeah, drop the smoke as well, so they won't be able to get any more information. But Zilkenberg heading over towards his squeaky. The rest of his teammates look like they're going to be following him in.
Oh, Azza here. He needs to be incredibly key to the operation. Otherwise, the Mongolz could overwhelm them when they go for this push. It's getting down to the wire now as well. Only 20 seconds. They have the smokes to play. If they're going to block off those angles, then go for the burst.
Yeah, this flank around mid as well could be fatal for Renegades. As they burst out a squeak now, they're not going to be aware of machine gun.
Oh, they're coming in. Both of them go down. Machine gun still trying to claw it back. But Azza was just too hot to handle there. Will remove them. So they get that 4th round on the board. Renegades now resetting things.
Yeah, well dealt with. Renegades all win their battles. Allow the round to be won there easily. But it could have been dangerous there. Machine gun had a good sneak, but does manage to get dropped by JKS.
Yeah, it's true. It looked like it was a hard situation to work off, but they tried their best into that one. Now, actually, in terms of the cash as well, it's not too fantastic for them. They're just going to go for the CZ buy, it seems. One Deagle in play as well, machine gun. And you can imagine how deadly he can actually be with that hand cannon from what we've seen with his individual talent.
Oh yeah, the way he is with an AK, I'm sure he's just as good with a Deagle. Let's see if he can pull anything off this round.
Oh, nifty though. You can't really overpower him when he has the AWP in that position. He will take you down. The rest of them are just going to go for the burst straight out of main, it seems, as the bomb come in late through door.
Yeah, the grenades now coming in from Renegades to delay Mongolz. Not able to push away main just yet.
CZ. As deadly as it can be, it's going to be a little bit hard to try and take these firefights from the distance he's actually peeking out. Everyone else slowly resetting as well. You can see Mongolz not quite decided on how they actually want to play this round out just yet.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go for a similar play as they did the last time. Machine gun over towards mid, trying to get a flank on that A side.
Oh, spots the player in vents, does hammer down the Deagle, but no real kill is going to go his way. Naf actually gets through completely untagged there as well. Alright, just still holding, waiting by door.
That should spell the end of this round now. Naf gets 2 in vents, and then you still manage to close out the round on Mara in squeak.
Yeah, obviously just had to go for the play there towards the end of that one. Not really too much you can do at that point. You had to burst out, see if you could just get something lucky. You can see Kassad as well behind them, obviously, trying to rally the troops, keep Renegades in the up and narrow. Is it right and narrow?
Up and narrow? I don't know. Straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow, not up and narrow.
Still similar to up, of
up
course.
and narrow. Here we go, though. We are going into a buy round once again. Mongolz are all bringing those AKs and off over on Nifty on the Renegade side. Still playing this mid position. I wonder if they're going to adjust the play for Nifty.
I've actually once again gone for these trades towards Sunroom as well, with the aggressive burst coming through. Both of them now on 4 players on either side as they set up for what appears to once again be the late A take. Nifty's still there holding it down, though. And he can be incredibly crisp with a weapon.
Yeah, if they go for what they've been opting for the previous rounds, where they boost someone mid, Nifty could come in advantage here. But nothing quite drastic out of Mongolz yet, just posting up Mara and Squeaky. We'll hear that CT jumping, so we'll have some information.
You can see as well, Mara just holding for that late round lurk as they reset themselves. Still a lot of time to play with. They have a ton of utility as well, luckily. 4 smokes is going to be really critical for this. Only the 1 molly on machine gun, though.
Yeah, they do have some utility to get the win on the site, but Renegades, I assume they'll be expecting this. They've been doing a lot of the same strats Mongolz. They have been opting towards the A side a lot of the time.
It's actually going to be interesting to see what machine gun can achieve from the Sunroom angle before, because he can rotate behind. He could literally dismantle the entire rotate from this Renegade side if they're not ready for it.
Yeah, here we go now. Mongolz setting up for this A burst with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Priming the engines, getting ready to burst their way out. Might have actually been some noise there as well, so surely they should be aware of that elevated angle. He's actually dropped off, fallen back towards bomb site. Now is the time to try and charge in. They try and get the entry, but he still was too hot to handle. Luckily, there's a trade back from Mara as they've got site control. The mollies come in. Machine gun is all the way around as well. He's actually backtracked towards main, so he's in position. Oh, they've annihilated him. They've taken down the bomb planter, Sam. They can't recover the bombs in the molly. They don't have time to get this.
Oh, they actually lose the round because of him dying to fire.
Oh, that is not the way you want to go, really.
What a nightmare for Mongolz. That is the problem when you leave such little time on the clock. Obviously, you get to confuse the CTs for a bit longer, maybe get them on edge, but then if the play goes wrong, you have no time to plant the bomb.
I think instantly, as soon as that Molotov came into position, burnt him out, the molly was then in the fire, way too low to try and recover it, no time at all either. Mongolz, unfortunately, letting that one slip away. They've overcooked it.
Yeah, and that means they will have to eco again. So Renegades will be able to tie some rounds together now, improve that economy. They're all going to be on some good cash. And now, Mongolz are actually opting towards the B site, which we've seen very little so far this game.
You see the early damage coming through as well. They're just rolling the HEs out. It's like playing a game of bowling.
Yeah, man. They're playing bowls. Bowls is a better sport, mate. Come on, I'm Welsh.
What, when you have to hit the balls off each other?
No, yeah, you have to get it closest to
the little ball. Oh, Naf's found the little ball. He's taking him down. Yeah. But instead it's machine gun.
And that is not the play you want to lose on the Mongol side, especially on an eco round. You're going to need some superhero efforts for them to get anything now.
This is bad as well. Naf's just getting all the frags. There's just so much cash going his way. As he's already got the 4K. Peeks out, wanted to get the ace. 1 away, unfortunately. Zilkenberg will trade it back with a Deagle. But so much cash, a tremendous round.
Yeah, that's going to be big for Renegades. As I previously said, building up that economy is going to be huge, and they've strung together these amount of rounds now. They're going to have no issues. Even if they lose a round, they'll definitely be able to buy back up. Takes a lot of stress off the shoulders, just knowing, okay, it's no big deal if we lose a round. We can always just buy it.
Yeah, it's true. It puts you in a lot better of a position mentally to just try and continue on and play the best. Obviously, from Naf's point of view as well, they're just running towards him, just so easy to just spray straight through him with that MP7. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get the ace, denied the 5.
Yeah, no Reddit clip for Naf, unfortunately.
With that investment as well, you can see double up setup coming out because they just had so much cash they could try and go for it. They've got a huge lead as well, so they know they've got the buffer to try and be a little bit more risky.
I like this play actually because of the way Mongolz been playing up and towards mid and A. This allows them to have an AWP both on A and mid, and there we go. Nifty chimes in with an AWP and another one on Mar, both towards A main. Drops 2 of the Mongolz players, and now this round is in tatters. They're going to have to go huge, get some big duels.
Yeah,
they're going to be forced out.
A juicy opener coming in from them there. They want to try and trade it back as they get that early mid control. Machine Gun is close by. If they flash him in, he could try and go for a bit of an audacious play. You still actually will peek out and fall. So the early frags that came in from Nifty are starting to get traded back out. Luckily, Azza was there though.
Yeah, good play by Renegades. Obviously going for trades when you have that much of a man advantage. Definitely a good strategy to go for. These Mongolz now in a 2v4 with no real control. They're just in mid, and I believe that Renegades should know where they are.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very hard for these final 2 remaining players on that Mongol side, especially if they try and go through Z here as well. They're getting fired down from every angle. Oh, he actually did find the frag on JKS. That was a very fast flick, but it's still not going to amount to anything.
Yeah, Nifty with 3 in the round. Again, like I said, that all play entering and into A main was huge for this. Here we go. We get to see this again. We actually missed the first shot. Nice little boost on the box, drops in the smoke, and oof, a nice little flick there to get the double.
Yeah, that was a crisp opener coming out. You can see that confidence actually in effect there from Renegades as well. They're looking to try and go for those early information plays again. They stopped for a few rounds. Now they've got back into the mind of their own. They're feeling comfortable to try and play for that. It's actually going to be attack pause coming out for Mongolz though.
Yeah, Mongolz taking some time need to discuss. They're on Eco anyway, so they're going to have a little extra talking time. And it's going to be rough to find a way back in this game because if you look at the economy, although it's not too bad on Renegades, they're still stacking up that cash, and Mongolz are going to be in a constant uphill battle if they want to get some rounds this half.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for them. They have to try and essentially win out the rest of the half here if they want to be in a very good spot. It's going to be quite hard for them, especially as the fact they need to basically concede this one for free. It's going to be Renegade on 9 before they can even attempt to get themselves back in the game.
Yeah, because of that, they're just a light buy, some pistol armor, allowing them to buy into the next one. And Renegades do keep that double AWP setup as well. I wonder if they're going to play the same one towards A, one towards mid. That does appear to what they've done.
Push coming through. As they are going to be setting themselves up essentially with the buy they've gone for. You've got the flash and the smoke. They can try smoke towards short, flash into sight, just go for a late round burst. But they're backing off. Just trying to make their presence known, really plant the seeds out in the mind of Renegades.
Silk now, still working this mid control for Mongolz. Isn't going to be able to find anything just yet, but has not been spotted out quite yet either.
Molotov comes in, trying to heat things up a little bit towards mid as Zilkenberg's the only player there, the rest of them situated, still holding close towards mid. It's actually a boost coming out over on B as well. Naf on the head of JKS there, I believe. Nifty comes in with the opening frag though, as he will strike once again with the AWP.
Just lurking around this B site, hoping to try and get a rifle at least.
Oh, they are walking straight into this totem pole as well with Naf and JKS in the elevated angle. They immediately miss the first shot though and are forced to fall back. Azza actually gets dinked down to 2 HP. JKS will get 1, but there's the response from Machine Gun. Mongol's actually starting to make a bit of a mockery out of them into this round. Naf has to try and do something huge here as he will charge in. As he'll get 1 and 2, follows it up with a headshot, switches out to the AWP as well. Naf going incredible into the round, Sam, as he just blew his way through. He just ripped him a new one. Yeah,
that's going to be a heartbreaking round for Mongolz as well. You don't expect Naf to go that huge, but gets massive 3K to save that round.
Yeah, that was absolute lunacy from him there. You can see everyone pretty happy about that. Massive play with a 5-7. He was struggling a little bit, but as soon as he got himself into the action, he was prepared and ready to go.
Yeah, proud 5-7 user as well, mate. You don't find a lot of those in CS at the moment.
It's true. It's calmed down a bit.
Yeah.
You got to stay straight true to the boys, the 5-7.
Why is he the boys?
This is the 5-7.
The boys, 5 and 7. Yeah. The boys.
You know, the lads.
Mongolz buying into this round. Only 2 rounds left of this half, and Renegades already with 9 on the board.
Yeah, it's true. Renegades have really just been dominating, I think it's fair to say. Mongolz, they keep having occasional moments of greatness, but it just seems all individual. Tactically, it seems like they're struggling right now to overpower Renegades.
Yeah, definitely. Like we've talked over a machine gun, but all of the plays have just been individual brilliance, just coming onto a site and getting 3 kills. But obviously, you can't do that regularly. You can't just rely on that to win rounds.
Yeah, you need that consistency. That is what is key. JKS as well. An absolute massive angle to deal damage from. He will get the first frag, but plays it smart, just holds back. Molotov does come in. If he can get into his own smoke, he'll be okay, but they spam straight through. Mara will take him down. They are trying to encroach on towards B, but the rotates come over.
Oh, Nifty almost got the wall bang directly below him on Sorgu as well. That would have been a ridiculous shot, but isn't able to land it just yet. Equal numbers, though, for this retake, and the bomb is yet to go down.
There's the smoke. She's still going to find that headshot as well towards Mara, so it's a 3 versus 4. This retake should be a tad easier for them now. Double flash as well. They still have the Molotov and smoking commissions. They can try and help themselves a little bit with that utility. The only thing they have on the side of the Mongolz is the flash on machine gun, and he's trapped in a bit of an awkward angle, trying to focus between vent and sunroom.
Yeah, I like to see Renegades just waiting for those smokes to dissipate, not charging through this. No need, knowing they've got a lot of time. And here we go. Clean retake it's looking like, unless Noise can go huge, but he doesn't. Renegades secure another round.
Unfortunate there. Big spray actually came through as well. You can see he got Naf and he's still very low. They actually lined up for him, so that could have been incredible. But everyone just looking pretty calm on Renegades. Seems like it's a normal, another day in the office for them.
Yeah, it was a little shaky at the start once they won that pistol, and then Mongolz run 3 gun rounds back to back. Maybe it looked a little shaky there, but since then, been fine. Well played from Renegades. Good adjustments as well to the Mongolz pushes. Like we said, that double AWP setup, sending one towards A, sending one towards mid. So good play to see from Renegades. I'd like to see this.
Yeah, Mongolz actually switching up a little bit now. Mara are going to go for the AWP. We can see more of potentially an aggressive opening style. He knows that they've been going quite aggressive towards B as well. If he's confident for this, maybe there is potential to get this opener. Oh, he's going to go for the face, but we don't get to see it. But he did find the frag, Sam.
He did manage to kill Naf there.
He was too fast. You weren't able to witness it.
Nifty now, opting towards the mid position. He was previously opting on A, as we saw him playing that A main position. Swaps up after Naf is taken down over towards B. The same thing again from Mongolz here. Opting towards the A side. Towards mid. And here we go. Looks like they're dedicating themselves again. Estillo drops the smoke, tries to fall back.
This could be a bit risky though. He's got very deep. He's actually just realized that door's open. Nifty will strike. Nifty just peeking, taking all the fights. Eventually goes down to Zilkenberg, but he couldn't get the second kill as well. He still will trade him out. Azul also comes in on machine gun. It's all on Sogu, and he is dead and on the floor.
Yeah, another round won by just demolishing their opponents. That Nifty on low HP as well managed to get 2 picks. That was huge.
Yeah, that was ridiculous stuff. He knew they were coming in, just going for the double face. Full confidence, full control there as he just found so many easy frags. Seems like it's just an issue with the timing right now for Mongolz in so many situations. Renegades, consistently, I'd say more so, especially towards A, still was able to go for constant information plays, time and time again. Him and Nifty have been switching it up as well with that confidence-based style because they know no one's going to be there to try to trade that. Mongolz have never held any angles and just tried to go for that slow default, work their way through. And Renegades are definitely providing a lot of aggression. They could counter with that.
Again, the same similar plays we see from Mongolz opting towards the A side and mid sections of the map. Ooh, a little gap in that smoke there, almost gets Sorgu taken down. Does manage to survive. But NCL not so lucky, unfortunately, does get dropped.
Yeah, already a 1-man deficit in the battle of attrition. Not a good way to start this round off as Mongolz, they needed this round. They needed something extra to help them because if Renegades go through with 12 rounds at the half time, if they get the opening pistol, it's good night.
Flash through the smoke there, easier. Undetected and does manage to drop Mara just on the edge of that smoke.
He's a stealthy man as he sneaks around. Machine gun trying to come in once again from short. The timing could work out for him here if he actually does hold the angle. He's still just trying to bob and weave as he doesn't want to peek through just yet. He will get control close by Z. That bomb can rotate through undetected as well. They could try and set up for this B play if he backstabs on towards Naf.
Yeah, machine gun. We've been seeing this a lot from... I thought actually reversed there, but machine gun does land a headshot on Ustillo. Again, a nice little flank by machine gun. He's trying his best to drag this Mongol squad to a round win. But so far, not so lucky. But this looks promising for Mongolz.
Yeah, that should be a perfect play there. Oh, Azar on the responses, he will get one. Takes down a single man as he's going to try and Go for the play in towards the bomb site. Obviously just pre-firing right now as he knows how important this retake's going to be, but Machine Gun will take him down. They are able to recover it. That is a huge play for Machine Gun. I mean, statistically, it kind of proves our point there. The fact that he's the only one sort of popping off right now. If they could all start to fire from all cylinders and give him a little bit of support, they could definitely have secured so many more rounds, but at least they got 4 on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only way you can win a round is if Machine Gun gets 3 or more kills. It's not going to be easy to do that regularly. But Machine Gun, like you said, he's trying his best. He's trying to drag out as many kills as he can.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where what more can he do, really? We saw the sort of 2 situations as well, where him and Zilk were able to step up together, sort of work more as that duo, but it just looks like there's something missing right now on that T side. Maybe their CT half, we can see that structure coming into effect. They're very effective individual aimers, so in terms of site defense, they should be on point of finding those entries. Yeah,
definitely, but I think this is going to be rough for Mongolz here. Renegades, obviously, with a 7-round deficit already. I don't see a way really back into this. If Renegades continue to play this out, it's going to just be Machine Gun's going to have to get 50 kills, I guess. Then they can win the game, but...
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing as well. You look at it even on paper. If we see Renegades actually pick up the pistol, there basically is the game right there.
Yeah.
Off the back of those 3 rounds, they get themselves to at least match point. They've got themselves sitting pretty. Or a bit of a close half, I mean, in terms of just statistics more so than anything. Renegades just rip straight through.
Yeah, the story of the half there, Naf versus Machine Gun. Machine Gun with 13 kills, but with 12 deaths as well because of how many rounds they're losing. Naf with 60 of his own. A lot of those we saw were SMG kills, him being really aggressive on the eco rounds. But definitely the story of that game. Nifty as well, though, been chiming in a lot with these AWPs.
That's actually the thing I was going to say. I think more so as well, Naf's been fantastic in terms of able to build so much economy and go for those eco rounds. He definitely shut them down very effectively. But in terms of the actual massive plays on the rifle rounds, Nifty was that key player.
Yeah, definitely. He was the one to make the gaps, like we saw, pushing A main, getting 2 entries with the AWP, pushing mid, getting an entry with the AWP. Definitely making the impact he needs for the squad.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely looking better in terms of things. Obviously, Renegades, a bit of a slow start when it got into those rifle rounds. It did seem like Mongolz had been able to overcome them quite effectively and just lock them down. But it seems to stabilize definitely after that. Only 1 round that was won off the back of a 4K from Machine Gun that was essentially a round that you couldn't even reach. But, you couldn't imagine that going that way.
Yeah, and there's the man of the moment there. But of course, like we've said, you can't just rely on one guy. He can do his best, but he can't single-handedly win the game for you. Someone's got to give him a hand. Someone's got to give him a ladder or something. Someone help him out.
Give him a step ladder. Just get him in. He's up there trying to redo the internet on the roof, Sam. Getting hold on to. It's been looking good, though, obviously, for Renegades. I mean, in terms of the fact going into cash, it was one of those maps we were like, all right, maybe there is a lot of potential for this to be an effective game. Like on either side, they can definitely try and step it up. Renegades look like they've just single-handedly manhandled them.
Yeah, especially when we were previously talking about Renegades having some sort of flimsy performances, not quite sure where they were. Definitely putting their stomping ground and they're showing that they are still stronger team. Oh, a bit of a mouth fumble there. Still a strong team. That's what I tried to say, Jack.
As we will be working our way through this, obviously getting into that second half now. Renegades now on that T side. Nifty going to go for the utility here. He's got the smoke, double flash. And on the other side, in terms of Mongolz, actually 4 kits of armor. And you've also got the defuse kit coming out. Oh, heavy stack towards either team on that B bomb site.
Yeah, both of them over towards B with only 1 spotting out mid, and this could play out huge. Machine Gun chimes in with the first kill of the round.
And this is the thing, this is their prime time scenario as well, where they can just hold angles and pop heads. That is where Mongolz is going to go fantastic into the round, as Machine Gun already gets double kills. He's ready for the push to come through. Mara going to get another one, as they're just dispatching anyone that walks in front of them. Sugu comes into effect. It's all on Naf. Can he somehow do it on his lonesome? Unfortunately not. Machine Gun was ready for it.
Again, another round for Mongolz with Machine getting a 4K, but I guess if you can do it every round, why not? Let's drag it.
To keep it going, see how much he can do. I mean, he's living up to his name. He is a bit of a machine right now.
He is, man. He's a gamer.
An absolute gamer.
Yeah, look at these kills on the Mongolz teams. Machine Gun 17, his closest is 9.
Yeah. It is ridiculous just sort of how thin and far between these teams are in terms of just individual firepower. We've seen Machine Gun. We knew he'd be a big fight, like sort of talking point throughout this matchup, but it's just a shame no one else is around him right now to give him that extra bit of leeway.
Definitely see what you can pull out into this half. At least they did manage to win the pistol, and again, Machine Gun just taking another head, sending another Renegades member to the Nether Realm. To the Nether Realm.
They have gone for the boost play, though. They want to get themselves up towards that mid-control, see if they can try and go for a bit of a play later onto the round. Deagles across the board for the side of Renegades as well. JKS, he's trying to chip away a little bit at the B-bomb site, Sam. He's got his hammer and chisel out.
FAMAS is in hand as well for Zilk over on that B-bomb site. Oh, but gets taken down. 2 entries by JKS.
Bet those were filthy.
Yeah. I'll shoot, we'll see him.
He switches out to the FAMAS as well as they are going for the play. JKS keeping it up. This is a free gain to the round. This is ridiculous already how much damage he's single-handedly done as he is causing havoc towards B. He's literally dispatched everyone. Found the entry to the site. Still trying to go big here as well as Mara and Sugu have to try and claw this back. They do have rifles to play with as they creep over. Sugu going to get the early kill, but there's Nifty and Azza. And everything goes wrong once again.
Yeah, JKS telling Machine Gun, I can be a superhero too. My last name's Savage. I was born for this. Gets 3 kills with the Deagle and wins the round for the Renegades. And what a meltdown that is for Mongolz. Must have been so happy when that pistol, and now straight back onto a force buy.
I love the fact you can see Casado obviously just swaggering along behind him as well.
Just giving him a rub,
yeah.
Keeping him calm.
Absolutely loving it. He doesn't give a damn right now. Must be feeling pretty confident. In terms of the Mongolz buy, if they've got confidence in this, I imagine it can only be false.
Not bad. And there we go, the star player of Mongolz taken down right off the bat, Machine Gun. Now Mara does manage to get one, but again, this round is going to be rough. There's nothing pretty much on this Mongol side, just pistols. Weren't even able to recover the guns that were dropped.
It's true, those weapons are in awkward locations. If they could have actually got those guns, there might have been a lot more potential in this. It is a 3 versus 4 though. Zilkenberg's still in commission. They've still got the potential to do damage with these upgraded pistols here. It just depends how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, lining up some smokes over towards that highway position. Probably does say that they'll either be pushing mid or up towards that A position on that highway.
Meanwhile, JKS just scoping it out over towards B. Obviously, they're going to go for this vent play as well. He has support from Nifty. In terms of utility, it's lacking a little bit, but it should be just enough to get them in. Zilkenberg flashes over, picks up on the Deagle, though. Gets one instantly as Zilkenberg was ready to do damage. He couldn't quite get the second shot off, but there's only 2 players remaining now on Renegade, Sam. They're not in a great position, but they are going to try and make the best of it.
Yeah, the weaponry advantage will help them out, luckily, though. As long as they play smart, they should still be able to win this round.
Definitely so. They just can't afford any more risks now as they hold from the afterplants. The push comes in, but there's the early trade. Azza, it's all on him, but he gets overwhelmed, goes down. The Deagles and pistols were way too strong as the Mongols, they're flip-flopping a bit. It's very back and forth, but they keep it going.
Yeah, they played that well, though. They knew they didn't have the guns, so they all pushed together, overwhelmed the man on the site, and then do get the kill on the guy main as well to secure the round.
Yeah, nicely done. Obviously, 6 rounds away now from equalizing the scoreline. It is going to be a little bit hard for them. They need to try and just keep this up. It's just that consistency. It seems so all over the place in terms of who's going to step up at each round. Whereas Renegades right now, everyone looks like a pretty, overall all looking good.
Yeah, working as a cohesive unit at Renegades, whereas Mongolz all just individual plays, relying on someone to go huge to get around, which is why they've only got half as many as Renegades.
Yes.
See, I can do math as well, man.
Hey, it's good, isn't it?
Not bad.
It's pretty useful.
I've never used math outside of school, pretty much. Outside of basic adding.
At least you went to school, mate.
There's still time for you.
Yeah, I know. I'll go back in when everything crumbles away. Much like Arek's going for Mongolz right now as they are struggling. Let's see if they can try and get it back in action, though, as Naf will get the entry early. Sugu does trade it back. Sam Sugu's got a little bit aggressive as well. He wants to sprint in. Machine going to get that 3rd frag, but he switches out to the Deagle. JKS from the sideline will rail him down, though. Oh, he's a long-range tapping machine.
Yeah, that looked good for Mongolz, but then again, Naf evens up the score and gets a 3rd as well to close the round.
I mean, what can you do against that? Yeah. You get someone into a scenario where it looks like you've got potential in the round, then instantly they just switch.
Yeah, that's where the teamwork definitely comes into play with Renegades. You saw them all working with each other, baiting each other, making sure we get the trade kills, as well as just some nice shots from Naf.
Yeah, that was crisp. I mean, JKS basically sort of barging in there, resetting things a little bit, throwing people out of the club like a bouncer.
You got RD. Get out of here.
Come on, mate. You know I'm good for it.
Come on, mate. I swear. That's my mum.
Mongolz, though. The buy they've gone for here, they're going to be utilising that scout. They've got the upgraded pistols as well. Oh, already very aggressive, though. Playing quite a lot of confidence even into these situations. Ooh, nice HE coming out from Naf there. Nearly did get the frag.
Yeah, we'll leave him on low HP. And again, a similar sight we've been seeing all game. Mongolz with a very half buy. Just a scout pretty much to go along with these pistols. Oh, machine gun's good. I don't even kill all 5 with the CZ.
Ooh. couldn't even get the opener there as he did push in. It was always a little bit risky, not a great fight to try and take. This could actually work out quite nicely, though, in the angle that's being held towards close mid.
Yeah, could be beneficial. Maybe get himself a kill and a gun. Damage being exchanged over towards this B site.
And there it is as well. He did find that frag early towards mid. As it goes down, the push comes through towards that B-bomb site, though. They're trying to get the trades, but Mara strike. We know how effective he can be with these scoped weapons as he's getting tags. Couldn't quite convert that second one into another kill. Another peek comes through as well, but it all slips away at just the wrong time, and it's all up to Sugu now with the deagle in hand.
Yeah, some nice shots there, but not going to mean anything this round. Renegades recover, make sure they get those kills, and now just left on Sogu, and he's removed.
He's down, he's dead. Broken and sad.
Sad on 8.
Sad there. Obviously still strolling behind, looking very confident. Everyone seems pretty level right now on the side of Renegades. Not really too much emotion across the board. Everyone just seems pretty calm.
Business as usual. The game's running it as they want. Everyone's getting their kills, so no real stress on that side. Mongolz again. They are taking another tactical timeout. Have a little talk about what they're going to do with this week of a bye.
Yeah. It's good to see them actually making the full use of their pauses, though. At least they know they have these, and they're going to be coming into effect using them, trying to talk it out. In terms of is that actually going to help them at this point, you've got a 6-14 scoreline. Your cash is broken. You have to concede this round. So at the very least, we're looking at a 15-6 scoreline. That's where they're going to be trying to get back into action. We need to see a flawless half from that point onwards from Mongolz. And as much as they are looking like they have moments of individual brilliance, I don't think it's going to work out. They're actually going to go for the force.
Yeah, they've decided to force in. Not going to play for a draw. They're just going to go all the way in. This is going to be so difficult, though. Again, just a scout and pistols. Although Mara was good with it last round, it's going to be difficult against these AKs.
It's a hard call at the best of times, but let's see if he can actually maybe pull a rabbit out of a hat. You never know.
Or a head out of a skull.
That as well. Early push comes through, though. All this aggression, but they're just feeding them free frags, Sam, as Naf and Azza will get one each. There is a little bit of a trade back as Zilkenberg gets one kill. Actually, it does upgrade to the AK, but unfortunately so low. Machine Gun could go wild here as he peeks in, strikes with the C's there, but it's just going to be a single frag for him.
Yeah, luckily they stopped Machine Gun there before we go any further, making sure to keep him under control. And they do get that 15th round. Now just one more required for Renegades, and again, a very weak buy for Mongolz.
Yeah, it was just way too much of a... It's a hard mountain to climb, really, going up against such a strong buy like that in that scenario. Obviously, with the reinvestment coming out now into what could be the final round here, it's just not looking fantastic for him.
Yeah, have to celebrate Renegades, though. Like we said, we were talking about how they were seeming pretty weak in other tournaments, but here definitely playing to their max potential, all of their players chiming in throughout the game.
Oh yeah, they've stepped up a lot better here. I mean, we've seen that sort of more consistently for Renegades. It seems like they struggle against opponents they should beat, rather than teams that are more level-headed against them. Going for a very aggressive play towards close mid, though. Sugu comes in with the opening deagle kill as well. That HG transferred a lot of damage onto them. Look at the confidence. He's just going to run straight towards them. Yusilo will find that early frag back, but the pistol kills are raining in, Sam. They're keeping them on their toes.
Yeah, Renegades a little fearful now. Brings it down to a 3v2 with that bomb down as well. Mongolz have control of that bomb in mid.
No. Slowly making their way back through. They know they have to try and get this bomb as they want to make this play round. One player boosted up on top of Starline here as well, so he has the elevated angle in play. They are just holding this crossfire. Mongolz actually could be favored like this.
Yeah, definitely with that bomb in that position, it's going to be difficult to infiltrate. Naf trying to get some invasion, jumping on this box, trying to spot any Mongol player out, but they're all hidden over towards this side.
You see Machine Gun's actually on the move as well, going for the full flank round. If he tries to play with the timing correctly here, he could be so impactful because they're just still waiting it out. He's getting incredibly close. They do get the opening spray. JKS will rip his way through one man. It's all up to their dynamic duo on the Mongolz.
Still work to be done, but JKS manages to get another kill. Machine Gun now in a 1v1, sprays with the UMP, but unfortunately does get taken down with JKS. Finishes off the game, 16-6 to Renegades. Yep,
closed it out in the end. Renegades going to be picking up the victory there. A little bit of a better scoreline towards the end, but just unfortunate for the Mongolz. So many key moments in terms of just 1vx scenarios where it was players like Machine Gun, Sugu actually coming in big as well. We saw a nice few openers when the AWP was in play, but it was just never strong enough. I don't know if that was an issue with just sort of communication there, but it seemed like it was just too slow and too janky to overpower what was a very streamlined looking Renegades in today's match.
Yeah, it was an impressive Renegades to watch. Like I said, all gelling together, a good cohesive unit, whereas of Mongolz, we saw some shining stars. Obviously, we saw Machine Gun hitting some nice shots, but it's just not going to be enough in a minor.